Some just wanna take what they came to get. They don't believe in giving, taking their relationships. They always greedy, never feeding anybody else. And then they wonder why they never had nothing left. But you been there through the pain and the despair, when it felt unreal and was unfair. You never leave and you never ever compare. You tell me to come here as myself, nobody else, and you the one that I'm depending on, I'm depending on you, God, just you. Even when I'm good and even through the storms, no matter what, I'ma trust you. And if you say wait, I'ma hold on, I'ma wait on you. Cause I don't wanna get ahead of you, no. See, I don't wanna get ahead of you, no. I say now I just wanna live, I just wanna live for you, Hey, no matter what it is, God, I just wanna live for you. I say now I just wanna live, I just wanna live for you. All my life to be a testament of your goodness, of your power, your glory, your grace, your love, and your faithfulness. Now some just wanna say what they wanna say, don't wanna think about their words and what they can mean. They always speaking death with the fruit of their lips, and then they wonder why their life is the way it is. No matter what I speak, life and faith, blessings and favor over my life, cause I choose to say so. My tongue is the pen to my life events. To speak anything less would be ignorant, and you the one that I'm depending on, Just you, Lord, only you. Even when I'm good and even through the storm, no matter what, I'ma trust you. And if you say wait, I'ma hold on, I'ma wait on you, Lord. Cause I don't wanna get ahead of you, no. See, I don't wanna get ahead of you, no. I said now I just wanna live, I just wanna live for you, My life is in your hand, my life is in your plan, yeah. I said now I just wanna live, I just wanna live for you. Every day I'm resting in your glory, every day I'm resting in your grace, every day I'm resting in your love, just you. See, I know that this walk right here requires a lot. It ain't for the birds, but you have my heart's with you. And I know for sure that this world don't love me. Can get real dark, it's dark and it's cold, but you are my God, and you the one that I'm depending on, through everything, I'ma trust you. Even when I'm good and even through the storm, even with tears in my eyes, I still trust you. And if you say wait, I'ma hold on, I'ma wait on you, love. Cause I don't wanna get ahead of you, no. See, I don't wanna get ahead of you, no. I said now I just wanna live, I just wanna live for you, I put my life in your hand, God. I put my life in your plan. I said now I just wanna live, I just wanna live for you. I want my life to be a testament of your glory. I want my life to light up for you. See, I know that this walk requires a lot. But you have my heart, and I know that this world can get real dark. But you are my God.
Hi, it's your boy, comedian Edwin Douglas, and you're on Uheardme First Radio Talk Show. That's right, we're on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, and yes, the Robinlynne production, such as I Am Streaming. Yes, we have a great episode this afternoon, this evening, tomorrow, and forever, and always. And before I bring in my guest, allow me to bring in my radio family. First, my DJ sidekick, Uncle Ben. And of course, our producer of Uheardme First Radio Talk Show. Please welcome the one and only Robinlynne May Ben. How you doing?
I'm good, Edwin. Hi, everybody.
Uncle Ben. How you doing, Robin? Uncle Ben. Okay, y'all been good today. I don't want you two arguing or fighting. Let's be on our good behavior. We have company. All right.
Okay.
All right, Uncle Ben, you got my word, Mr. Douglas. Uncle Ben.
I'll try.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, very, very, very respectable author. Wrote so many books. Once had an experience and experiment reading and supporting all her work that she does. Please welcome to Uheardme First Radio Talk Show, the one and only author, Linda D Wattley. How you doing?
I'm doing really, really well. I feel blessed, as I always say, and I look forward to sharing time with you guys.
Yes, the last time I spoken to you, I once upon a time was a co-host on Robin's show. Now, you are on Uheardme First Radio Show for the first time, and I want to say welcome home. Welcome home.
Thank you.
And this is your new home because before you leave here, I don't know who it is, somebody in the future going to make you upset, and you're going to learn how to say the word. You heard me? Just like that.
Open that door. I will walk through it.
All righty. Well, let's give our listeners a little history about you. Tell everyone when you was a young lady before you came out of high school. Did you see yourself becoming an author or writing books?
Actually, I never did see myself actually writing books, but I always thought I would be a teacher.
Okay. And so what made you to decide I'm going to write a book?
To be honest with you, I don't really think I had a choice. It was like, that's when I got in touch with the unseen, because what I experienced was like I was a mediator for a message. All I had to do was write it down because it just came to me and I just wrote it down. That's why I never know what I'm going to write, because I just basically don't have ideals. I just write what comes through me. And when I had my first experience of writing, it was like the pages just kept multiplying. I was like, oh, my God, this is actually going to be a book. And it's like in less than 6 months, I had wrote a 3-book series. And it was like coming from within myself, from like dimensional living. That's when I really got in touch with, like, what I see in front of me is not really the real world. That's what my writing taught me. Like, what's in front of me is not the real world, because it was like the communication was so normal and so natural and so personal that I realized that it was God talking to me. The Spirit was talking to me and just really healing me and preparing me to heal other people through messages that was given to me.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Do you when you're writing, do you ever feel like maybe you shouldn't be writing it, or like maybe people might think you're crazy?
I don't think it took writing for that. But actually, to be honest with you, people would always say, where you get that from? Why did you say that? Where'd that come from? You know, people would always say that to me even when I was a child, but something about when you have a message to deliver, you don't judge it, because I couldn't believe even myself that I was sharing such intimate aspects of my life that most people would call taboo. And it was like it didn't even matter if it was or not. It had to be spoken and it had to be delivered. And so you just don't even wonder about how it's going to be received, because, like, the Spirit tells you just do what I asked you to do and I'll take care of the rest. So it's like you're not going to, like, oh, I can't do this. That was not an option.
Where? So where do you get your motivation, your inspiration. Yeah.
Well, it's like the hardest way to explain it is it's like I really don't have that. I just it's almost like following an order. And
okay.
It also pertains to my journey in life, too, because God uses everything about your journey, if it's in conversations or just being in people's presence, everything about you God is using. But when you become an author, he brings it from the unseen, but it still has some attachment to something that you experienced or witnessed or something that you yet have to understand. And so when he has you writing these words, it's like you start realizing it's for you as well as for other people. So it's like I always say he's a multitasker.
Yeah.
He's a serious multitasker, and I didn't even know I needed to be healed until I started writing. And then when I started writing it and sharing what he said, it was like people was relating to it so fast, and they wanted more. And it was like I could only give them what God gave me, you know. So sometimes he'd give me blogs to write or posts to write, but it just never ends. But it don't always end up in a book either.
All right.
So, what, or did something happen? What happened to you that inspired you? I guess did something happen?
I'm getting what you're saying. What was the catalyst? What was the catalyst to the foundation? I get what you're saying. Basically, like for me, I mean, I'm just going to say it. It's like molestation was the foundation of my writing. And it has so many multiple directions to go. The PTSD was incorporated in there, the self-imaging, the spiritual questioning. It had so many layers and so many avenues that it was like surreal because it's so much to being molested that people kept it quiet, so it's had a lot of power over people's mind, emotions, choices. Love wasn't even a question because you didn't know what a real love was. You just thought connecting to people was, you know, and giving them what they want. You know, you felt like that was a normal way to live. So in my writing, the different avenues and layers that God took me through, it showed me how people's choices is affected by this experience. And 9 times out of 10, I would say they had PTSD, but it was never actually called that. But I believe that that is part of the journey that people start at a young age, and it carries over into all their other relationships.
Wow. On the business side of becoming an author, the process of getting your books ready and get all the things that you need to get done before it goes public. If you don't mind, we got a lot of people think they know how to promote their book, think they know how to write a book. Could you briefly share the process from step 1 to door opening when you putting your book together before it go public?
And see, that's the thing. The easiest part about writing a book is writing the book.
Mm-hmm.
That's the easy part. The editing, the perfection of the material is one of the most difficult things to arrive at because I wanted an error-free book, and oftentimes through the different stages over the years, I caught myself catching all my errors, but I couldn't catch them all no matter how I tried. And so I paid many people that's supposed to be professional and good at what they do to, you know, perfect what I had done, but it just actually never happened. So that's one of the first important things is to try to have a perfect product. And then the next thing you want to do is realize that who are you talking to? Who are you trying to reach? And see, I didn't know that. I was just getting it out there because God said, I'll take care of the rest. So I kind of went in kind of blindsided, and I had this credit card that had $10,000 limit on it. So it's like I felt like everybody that was drawn to me on the internet had my best interest at heart. So oh, okay, they understand, they get me. They did my cover, they did my editing, they start promoting me. But then you find that it's almost like you can't have enough money to promote your book. It's almost like if somebody like a professional, like huge publishing company don't pick up your book, your chances of it actually hitting that large market is very slim. I'm just being realistic, because now you have all these known people just overtaking the industry, and people go by names more so than unfamiliarity. So it really takes great amounts of money and diligence. You got to be diligent, and you have to also realize your scale of what your book is going to reach. You have to value it, even if it's not like, Steve Harvey or anybody else who write a book. You have to know that God wanted that book out because he gave you the gifts and talents to write it, because somebody out there needs to hear what they're feeling and thinking, because they can't process it. But when they read your words in the spirit of the writing, that blesses them. So you can't always dwell on the fact that your book didn't make the top 10 or 100 or whatever.
Okay, very good. Before we let you go, I'm a fill in the blank what you just said a while ago. My second question about the book or processing a book, in your opinion, for the person who's writing a book for the very, very first time, do you think they should get a publisher, or do you think they should be a self-publisher?
I think they should be a self-publisher.
I agree with you. I'm going to tell you why. I've learned and researched what I call monetization business versus a person who doesn't know any better. I've researched and investigated that there's other avenues that you can take a look at versus who are you and big name, like you said, Steve Harvey. Well, marketing plays a big part. Now I'm going to fill in the blank what you just said on the first question. Marketing and promoting plays a big part of everything. Like you said, God wants you to put that book out there for someone. So the title, let's just go ahead and use Linda D Wattley. Your name is very valuable to God. So if your name is valuable to God, then that means that this book is valuable, and you need to put this valuable project where it needs to be so people can reach. Now, how do you do that? My personal opinion, because I'm about to release my book. It took me 4 years, but I finally got it right. Okay, how do you reach the people to invest in the value that God put in you? Advertisers, sponsors. Yes, your little money can help also, but the rest of it and all of it is God. When you ask God, okay, God, you are the author, I'm the co-author. God, you are the writer, I'm the co-writer. God, you are the marketing team, I'm just happen to be on your team. And see, that when you talk to God like that, or the way you do, or your relationship with God, God will knock out all those hypocrite and phony people, because he say, what did you just say? You write the book, and I handle the rest. So when God been talking to you at the beginning before you start writing, and you wrote the first book, then he's going to take care of the rest. So that's the part I wanted to fill in the blank. No, I have not released my book yet. Every time I'm getting closer to, hold on, I got something else for you, And when you wrote it 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, you ain't got it out yet, because God is working on something special for you. And he's going to put the right people on your team to get that book out. You know, a lot of people want to be the best-selling author. I don't know if you know this, but I find out myself. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. You may agree with me, or you may say, well, I didn't know that. Well, how do you become the best-selling author? Well, I found out, if you sold the book, not the ebook, but the book, if you sold 8,000 books in the first week, you become the best-selling author, according to be considered as that. Now, I'll say that this will become creative. How am I going to get 8,000 books sold in the first week? Going back to getting advertisers, promoters, do whatever it takes. But you got to plan very well. It would take 2 years before you release that book. Now, I don't know if I said the right thing. I don't know if you knew that or just learned something. I talked to God. God, you got to show me a way how Steve Harvey did it, how Oprah Winfrey did it. What is she doing to give away books every episode, you know, to make authors great? It's advertisers. It's advertisers because she has a platform, a TV show, radio show, and all this magazine. And then they allowed, or we allow ourselves to be fooled by publishing companies. And they're just taking our money. Wow. Wow, that's what I said, you know. So, so let me ask you this, Linda. Did you do anything close to what I just said, or did you know anything about that part, what I just said?
Well, that just sounds like, to be honest with you, I thought you was getting ready to preach. Everything you said went straight to my spirit. I was like, oh, wow.
Well,
I didn't know that. That. I really appreciate that.
Well, I mean, every author that I see on Facebook, and the reason why, you know, there's the asset you can go online and read your book online, okay? And I was taught by someone, I said, really? I was like, how you read this person's book and you ain't bought it? And they turned me on to it. I said, oh, okay. And so while the publishing companies have, and that's another thing, they buy your book and they send it overseas and put it in different languages. You feel me? So that's a lot of things. I don't want nobody taking my hard work without my permission. And I ain't made no money and they making a killing. So that's the difference between publishing company and self-publishing company. Meaning that technically gave all your right, but you didn't put the name on a dotted line for them to put it in a different language, Spanish, French. Oh yeah, they're making a killing. Making a killing, and you waiting on your chump change. And I've talked to authors who still waiting on to get paid or didn't go through, you know, blah, blah, blah. So it's a lot that I wouldn't mind sharing. I have not released my book yet, but I'm about to.
But you made a good point, though. One of the things that happened with the online, once somebody get a hold of your book, like the ebook, those books, they take those books and they pass them on to other people, and they pay them to let them read those books, and then they take it and they pay somebody else. So people get a hold of your work and they be all over the place with and they put a cover on your book and they just keep.
Well, I got something. I got something for that. Now, since everything, I learned a lot from my producer and technology team from the Robinlynne Productions. I learned a lot from her. With the online, they call ebook. They got another name for you. Everything's online. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to this episode, at this moment, I'm going to tell you how to take care of that. Linda, the word is bootlegging. Everybody's bootlegging anything online. Now, what you do is you get with your technology team, you get with the person who creating the ebook for you, and tell them put a lock on it. For an example, if your ebook is $2.99, and let's say a family member, let's say your sister, your brother, your son, your daughter, bought it for $2.99, and they put a lock pad on it, lock code, and hey mom, hey my sister, email me your book. That ain't gonna happen because that code is not going to identify the code that's already locked in. So if anybody want to get your ebook, they got to pay $2.99. The only way they be able to read that book for free, they got to be sitting at your computer right next to you. They can't even transfer nothing. So I thank God that my book ain't out yet, because he wants me to learn everything as I can before it's being released. Yeah. It's crazy. I ain't got my book out, but I'm learning all this. But then you got other people have many books. Some may know these things that we're talking about. But with the pandemic, everything is being shifted. Everything is going to go mobile. Everything is going streaming. What do you think about the transition when you write your next book, was ebook or paperback book? How do you think you were marketing or promote your next book with this pandemic outbreak that's taking over the world?
Should I write another book? I'm not going to be jumping too fast. I'm going to see what's going on because there's so much going on. I'm not going to just jump in that water because, like you said, everything is moving. So I got to kind of like see what's going on at that time when I do write that book. But one thing for sure, I learned something very serious from you about that ebook that I'll never forget, because that's one of the things that people are just stealing from authors is that ebook. I'm not going to be anxious about that book. I'd rather go hard copy.
Well, I've learned this. With the ebook and the hard copy, you have two advantages. The ebook, and people I don't care how old you are, don't get in the mindset like, oh, I ain't got time to get on Facebook. No, learn. Because you ain't going to be able to have a conversation with a person because everything in there go mobile. So I don't need you guys to get an attitude because Linda ain't got time to talk to you. She's doing her work mobile or on the internet, and you don't know how to text on the phone. Now you mad at her. So learn how to go technology a little bit at a time. Get the little laptop, get on your phone, because Linda, we're there. We are there. And so the paperback book, now watch this, that's where your other money is going to come from by you turn yourself into a keynote speaker. Okay? How do you do that? Every city has a chamber of commerce. Every chamber of commerce has a budget to do luncheon, meaning they need a keynote speaker to come in to motivate their employees. So you bring your paperback book, you have the city or the chamber of commerce make a deal with you, speak on the thing before the book, and then give them a reason why to buy the book. Make sense?
So you're saying, I was still thinking about that ebook, so I could be comfortable with the ebook as long as I have a lock on it.
Yes. Have a lock on it. That's $2.99, whatever you put on it. And then your paperback book goes do a keynote speaker and charge $14.99. And then sign an autograph, take a picture with you, and you're good to go.
Yep. And get yourself your own domain and the server and do your sales from there. Okay? Yep.
Okay.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Like that.
Just like that.
If you like, I can build your web presence for you. I've built it for many people.
Yeah. So it's the new engine. I mean, think about it. You wouldn't look good with no mask on trying to sell your book the way we're going right now.
Okay.
The time wouldn't be good right now. I mean, ooh, she's in front of the library selling books. Got a mask on.
That's
that's a whole nother thing right there.
Okay.
Wow. we don't know what our government or Congress, how much longer they're going to drag this out, because this is why it's important that we try to get everybody to register to vote. So you can go vote. This ain't about Republican and Democratic no more. This is about reality. I want my life back. I want to be able to go to church. I want to be able to get in the car and go where I please to go. We need our lives back. And so this is the best time, Miss Linda D Wattley, to learn all you can. So when America open back up, you can be big time ebook and paperback book. Yeah, you sure can.
Well, I sure would like to review your book, do a review.
Yeah, coming soon. First, coming soon online. Coming soon online, hopefully in the next 2 months. So it's in the process.
Then I'll just review your forehead.
Oh, well, before we let you go, tell everyone what you have coming up or what you have going on. Tell everyone what you want them to know, what you do. I mean, the mic is yours. Go right ahead.
Well, basically right now, like you said, I've written quite a few books, and right now I'm kind of like into my personal life for a minute and just enjoying my life, just being who I am right now without any responsibilities. I'm not running away or anything. I'm just kind of just sitting back being cool. But you gave me something to think about as far as reinventing myself and sharing different things. But I want people to know that it's a beautiful journey to be an author. It's very spiritual. It's not just about making money. I mean, money is great. Being known is great. But it's something about the unseen coming to the scene. It's a beautiful experience. And it's very personal. And when it makes a difference in somebody else's life, it makes a difference for you and puts you in a better state of mind as well. So it's something to do. If you have it in your heart that you want to share a message with the world, listen to what I've listened to today and trust your guidance. Go for it.
Amen. Robin, anything you want to say to our good friend before we let her go?
Yeah, she's straight cold chilling, Edwin. Straight cold chilling. We were talking about this the other day. No, God bless you.
I'm sitting on the dock of the bay right now.
Okay.
I am just so glad and so happy for you. And thank you so much for coming on. And you keep on keeping on. You heard me?
And with that being said, I gave you my word that you're going to learn how to use the word you heard me. About how we're going to do that, I'm going to invite you back on the show for you to be a guest co-host. You're a lot of fun. I'm going to make sure that it's going to be me, Robin, Uncle Ben, and you. I'm going to pick an episode that you can come on the show and be a guest co-host. Would you like that?
Well, that'd be such an honor. I would definitely love to do that.
Great. Because we're all going to be on an episode together, and we're going to say, you heard me, together, one day.
Well, I could say this. It was such a pleasure, a joy, insight, and much appreciative opportunity.
Great. It's always a pleasure, and I have a lot of respect for you. I always enjoy talking to you every time I get an opportunity to do so. But coming soon, we will invite you back as a guest co-host, and I'm looking forward to do that with you. And take care. Keep yourself masked up. Don't let them bad kids come around and you tell them, hey, y'all get on out of here. You heard me? Get on out of here now. So you let me. Well, you take care, and we'll be talking to you soon, okay?
And thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Very welcome.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, music break, and when we come back, we'll be back with You Heard Me First Update News. Don't you guys go away too far, you heard me?
Yeah. Hey. You are the one who placed every star, created every galaxy, from the greatest to the least. Nothing is beyond your reach. What you speak immediately becomes our reality. I eat your word and sow your seed, sustaining my vitality. Any demon brave enough to make the choice to challenge me will quickly see there's no way to actually ever handle me. The greatest power is living right in here, and I don't have nothing. Because with him, I win. The same power that rose Christ from the dead. It's the same power that got me up out of bed. So I drink from his well, and I eat of his bread. I'm only saying what he say so I can see what he said. Now if you have faith as a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. Right. But you ain't moving nothing when you're too consumed with doubt. Trying to figure out how to win, what and how. About how God's gonna work it all out. I read in Titus 1 and 2, God cannot lie. In his word to do the work. Isaiah 55, if he started, he finished. God ain't got your business, and I will see his promise in the land of the living. At the start was the word, and the word was God. From every word of his mouth, the whole world was formed. He gave his only son so that we would overcome the death, the sin, and every weapon formed. I said the devil is a liar, and Jesus is real. He died on the cross so that the world could live. The power of his blood covers all of our sins, and it permits us to walk in his righteousness. And it's because of the cross that I am not lost. In this freedom I possess, it came at a cost. I know the power of his name and the power in his vein. The cross is more than a pretty charm on my chain. If you have faith as a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. But you ain't moving nothing when you're too consumed with doubt. Trying to figure out how to win, what and how. About how God's gonna work it all out. I mean, Titus 1 and 2, God cannot lie. In his word to do the work. Isaiah 55, if he started, he finished. God ain't got your business, and I will see his promise in the land of the living. I will see his promise in the land of the living. The land of the living. The land of the living. Yeah, I will see his promise in the land of the living. If he said it, he did it. Yeah, I will see his promise in the land of the living. The land of the living. The land of the living. Yeah, I will see his promise in the land of the living. If he said it, he did it. Yeah, without faith, it's impossible to please him. Impossible to please him. Impossible to please him. Without faith, it's impossible to please him. Impossible to please him. Impossible to please him. Without faith, yeah, it's impossible to please him. Impossible to please him. Impossible to please him. Without faith, yeah, it's impossible to please him. Impossible to please him. Impossible to please him. Faith as a mustard seed, you can move a mountain, but you ain't moving nothing when you're too consumed with doubt. Trying to figure out how to win, what and how. About how God's gonna work it all out. I read in Titus 1 and 2, God cannot lie. In his word to do the work. Isaiah 55, if he started, he finished. God ain't got your business, and I will see his promise in the land of the living.
This is the boy, Comedian Edwin Douglas, and I am the host of You Heard Me First Radio Talk Show, and this is Uncle Ben, DJ Sidekick. That's right, we want to thank everybody around the world for tuning in. The only radio talk show that brings in real people that tell real stories to entertain your spirit and soul. Yes, get with music and of course get our laugh on. But don't forget to tune in because we always on demand on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker. Yes, of course, you can Google us on the Robinlynne production. And guess what? We also will be on Roku and much more, just like I am streaming. Don't forget, you heard me? All right, it's the boy comedian Edwin Douglas on You Heard Me First Radio Talk Show, right along with my radio family, Uncle Ben, and Robinlynne Ben. Robin, you enjoyed the interview?
Yeah. Man, I had a good time, man. I was about to eat me some popcorn and half a plate.
Well, it's always a beautiful moment when you're talking to Linda D Wattley. I have nothing but respect for her.
Yeah.
Uncle Ben, how you doing? Uncle Ben. I'm cold chilling too, Uncle Ben. Why is everybody cold chilling but me? I mean, Robin said she was cold chilling. Our guest said she was cold chilling, and now you're old behind cold chilling. Uncle Ben, that's all I got to say. I'm cold chilling.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. It's okay. To do.
Okay. Well, before we do our You Heard My First Update news, can I get a drum roll, please? All right. Today on You Heard My First Update news. Well, people around the country is so upset when we turn on the news when a police officer, a white police officer, killed or murdered a black man. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to use the word racist. Before we go in detail, understand what racist is. Understand that in America, racism has been around ever since day one that God has created this earth. I can't justify in the 1500s, 1600s, but according to the history that I have been educated, I can say that it started in the 1700s, in the slavery days, and it never left. It may have had been formed in different ways, even though America is a free country. We have different kinds of racist organizations, and one of the common names that we all hear, the Ku Klux Klan, cover their head and their face with a hat. Now, today, and for probably the last 20 to 30 years, police officers are now the new racist killers to black men. I'm gonna let Robin. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go ahead. Let you go ahead and kick it off, and then Uncle Ben, and I'm gonna close. Go ahead, Robin.
Well, just real quick, and I don't know if I'll be allowed to say this. So
take your time. Take your time. Don't make nothing quick. This is our show. Say what you got to say. No profanity.
This will be very, very easy. And this is Robinlynne speaking, not Minister Robinlynne, because I don't seek to offend, okay? But Robinlynne says, fuck the police, okay? You're very right. They have become armed, militant, racial, and they become weaponized. The police have become weaponized against our people, particularly our black male, young and old. And the black woman is also under attack as well. Okay? So you want to be very careful and very wise, and really you want to be living a righteous life so that you can live under the protection of God, so you ain't got to worry about it too much, is what I can say. And other than that, fuck police. I'm done.
No. You ain't done. I'm going to open this up. But you have military experience, and you serve the country by being in the Air Force. And serve this country being taught by the government leaders to be in the Air Force. Now, you're out of the Air Force, you serve the country, you have gone through the things that made you become who you are today. With all this, what I said and what you just said, what solution do you think that we have to use to change all this?
Okay, I'm glad that you said a lot. So first we have to understand that most of the police force are comprised of former military police. And the military police, when they get out of the Air Force, they're supposed to pass a mental exam. But the military, as a general rule, they never even make the people go see a doctor. They just put a rubber stamp on them and pass them off. So and then also, you've got in the military, the people are trained to kill, and they're sent out on command. And when we come back in and we're released from active duty, they never debrief us, and they never take us off command. Okay, like a dog, a guard dog, an attack dog, they'll go sick 'em. And then when that dog has done that task, they'll go down, boy, and give that dog a treat, a reward. They never take military people off command, and they never deactivate them or debrief them after they've trained them to kill. And then we've got these same people out there that are our military police. Okay? So the solution is to understand all of that, and the solution is to walk right and not get yourself in an opportunity where you have any dialogue with the police or any governing authority, is what I can tell you.
Okay, very good. So why is it when a white person, Asian, Hispanic, is treated different? Why they don't do other nationalities? Why they don't give them the same treatment as a black man or black woman? In your eyes, what you have seen in your lifetime, what have you heard some of the excuses or answers some of your white or Caucasian friends say about why they're being treated better than black people?
Well, most of them are in denial that they're even treated better. It's not even in their realm of experience to even consider it or think about it. And then there are some that would even go on to explain this thing that's called white privilege, that they're very proud to have, that they don't even have to have money or skills or anything, and they've got power and influence, that they could just speak a word and send someone to jail or get a job before someone else or any other number of things. Wow. Yeah. So,
wow.
That's a good place to start, I guess.
Okay, very good. Well, before I do a closer, Uncle Ben, I want everybody to hear your thoughts. Since you're the oldest out of myself and Robin, give your thought. Uncle Ben. Like you said, this been going on forever. I'm an old man. I've seen everything when Dr. Martin Luther King was trying to make a difference. I've seen things before Dr. Martin Luther King when I was growing up a little boy to be a young man. We couldn't use the same restroom as a white person. We couldn't eat in the same restaurant with a white person. There was a whole lot of things that we was not allowed to do. And for me to see this mess going on, it got to be a change from the younger generation. Listen to me, black people. You need to wake up. Uncle Ben, wake up. Use your education. Use the law. Use the papers, because white people are afraid of written documents. Turn them in. Change the Constitution. Do a petition. Uncle Ben is talking to y'all. You got the internet. You got lawyers. We got black lawyers. We got black judges. We got black police officers. You got to do something. We even got black ministers and pastors will step up and speak. But you got to start by registering to vote, then go kick some ass. And some asses and some more asses. Uncle Ben. That's all I got to say. I got Robin saying, fuck the police. I got Uncle Ben saying, kick some asses.
I'm sorry, I'm on one tonight.
Oh my goodness. What I'm going to do with this? Okay. I'm oh my goodness. I'm going to do this right. For those who's listening, and for those who've been following Uheardme First Radio Talk Show, no, I'm not going to apologize for what Robin Hussey felt. I'm not going to apologize how Uncle Ben felt. I did ask both of them to tell us what they think, to tell you guys how they feel. Now I'm going to tell everyone how I feel. We, as people that God created, all of us, black, white, Mexican, Malaysian, Asian, Chinese, everyone needs to stop and think. Look. Be quiet. Listen. This pandemic outbreak, this coronavirus, this COVID-19, shut down by the government. The whole world is living in the COVID-19 corona outbreak. 2020. People can't go to work. People lost their job. People going to the doctor, going to the hospital, getting checked to see if something's wrong with them. They end up going inside the hospital but not coming out alive. They're being carried out inside a body bag. They didn't walk inside the hospital in a body bag. They came out, matter of fact, through the back door to the ground. Family members are confused. Family members are upset. Family members are crying. There's some people who don't care. There's some people who don't believe. There's some people who believe everything that the President of the United States is saying on television. That's the white folks, black folks, so caught up into the Democratic and Republican parties and don't quite understand what the hell is going on because they believe in money and power. See, money and power will get your ass caught up and will have your ass sent in the wrong direction. And see, if you don't get it right by using your common sense, by listening to God, the Holy Spirit, He said, don't put nothing and nobody before me. That's including your pastors too. Now, I'm not putting him down. See, church is in you. You go to the church building to get the word fed for your spirit and soul. The body needs good food. So when you have good food inside of you, it allows you to have common sense and get all wisdom from above so you can pay attention to what God is telling you. But you get so caught up in what's going on, then you might end up getting yourself leaving this earth before your time. Now, I say all that. The gentleman that was murdered in Minneapolis, Minnesota, was he at the wrong place, the wrong time? I don't know. Could he have avoided that? I don't know. You don't know either. But what I do know, all of us is so upset because we see this on the news. There's a family member lost a family member. The question is what we are going to do. The people that whose hands are anointed, performing miracles inside their ministry in the church building, doing church services on Sunday and Saturday, laying hands on people for money. Where are you? Where have you been? What are you doing to save souls? Could you have called or contacted and see, can you volunteer to save souls and lives? I had one co-host say, fuck the police. I had another co-host say, let's go kick some asses. But me, I'm going to keep my left hand closed, but I am going to do something about it. I'm going to make some phone calls to some judges and the lawyers and some leaders. Not the one that who qualifies, the one that who are obedient. Because I have a platform. I have a microphone. I have common sense. I have wisdom. And I have a relationship with God. And I'm going to talk to God and say, God, what can I do to help? Put a team around me so we can make a difference for you. Not for me, not for them, but for you, Lord. All I got to say is, what you going to do? I'm asking you, when you going to do it? Don't try to impress me or nobody else. Do something instead of talking. But before you do anything, register to vote, then talk. That's all I got to say. Now, I'm cold chilling now. Robin, before we go, what you got to say? I mean, what add on to what I said? Could speak your mind. We got 2 minutes. Robin, you there? I guess he's not there.
Yeah, sorry, I had myself on mute. I think that you said it all. All I need to do is just pass the collection plate between you and Dr. Wattley today. I'm good.
Wow.
Wow. Do want to give a shout out to everyone that was celebrating Memorial Day. Want to give out to all of the families who have lost loved ones and from people that have served in the military. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
That's about all.
Okay, cool. That's all good. Before we go, I want everybody to know that You Heard Me First radio talk show is a 1-hour platform that brings in real people. They're going to tell real stories. Every now and then we will have an exclusive interview. It depends on who it is. For all you music artists and authors and leaders and, pastors and bishops, this is a platform that you can be a part of, because this radio talk show have access to all 200 countries. That we drive traffic for people to really be a part of this show. All I gotta say is tune in every week, Sunday or Saturday, for a new episode, and we will always be on demand. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker. Yes, I am streaming. And of course, we're all under the umbrella of Robinlynne Production. Well, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the host, comedian Edwin Douglas, right along with my DJ sidekick, Uncle Ben, of course, the one and only, our producer of You Heard Me First radio talk show. Her name is Robinlynne Maybe. Until next time, peace and may God bless.
Talking just to talk what you heard about me. If it ain't about God, then it ain't about. See, I was made by the king, there's a king in. I know the haters only hate what they can't. Now go ahead now with your lies and your plots to block. He holding me up high to sit on top of the rock. Although my enemies surround me, it's fuel to my fire. I'm inspired how they think they can do mine. Look here, you mad about this and I'm just scratching the surface. I'm tearing through the fabric just to get to my purpose. When you really think about it, it's just you that you hurting, trying to knock me down and throw my name in the dirt. He said the last will be first and the first will be last. I stand where I stand with my heart in his pocket. I am who I am, doing only what I can. Where I'm weak, he is stronger than any mortal. Now El Shaddai, woo, yeah, that the one that I'ma wait on. The one that gave me life when my sin wanted to say no. The one that opened doors that can't no man close. He keep me on my toes, so I go wherever he goes. Yeah, now ain't no hiding the righteous, no. And I don't care if you don't like me, so I came to take what's mine. Didn't come to make friends, so don't waste my time. You heard me?